So now we are going to stack the naked buttercream cake. So that will be your first stacking lessons. I just wanted to keep it simple. It's a naked cake, which means the sides of the cakes are seen and then the filling layers are there. So you could just layer them in rings, and once you take it out of the ring, the layers are there intact. You apply a very thin coat of buttercream. You don't have to apply a lot, and then you don't have to actually maybe keep a board underneath, especially the bottom tier, and then go around and then scrape it in such a way that the scraper actually touches the cake, and so that looks beautiful in layers for a naked cake. And because I also wanted to stack this cake, so there is board under this particular cake. There has to be board with the hole on the tiers that will come and sit on top of any tier at the bottom. So now this board is to the exact size of this cake. So now in case you're getting the boards which are like 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters bigger than the cake itself, and that's how the acrylic boards or the regular boards are available, I took a bit bigger cake and then I cut them using rings. So the board underneath will match to the size of this cake, because I want the board exactly to the size of the cake. So there is the board here which I will lift and then place. So these are the two cakes that I have that I need to stack now. So before stacking, you just need to do the paperwork. Okay, so I have the dowel markings done. So this is the size of the paper cut to the size of the bottommost tier. Okay, and this is the circle using the board of the top tier, and within that there is 1 inch, and in that marking I've put a circle after doing the 8 dots, 1 inch inside on all 4 sides of the scale, and then within that I've just gone in to do 2 inches apart dowels. Okay, so now I'll just need a toothpick. Okay, so this paper that is prepared, I'm just going to place it exactly on top of this tier, and then I'm just going to use the toothpick and just drill through the 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. Now we have the dowel markings transferred onto the cake. So after this step, obviously you will show me whatever you've done, so I could just check if it is done properly. Also, you just have place it back to mark the center, so we know where the center dowel also passes through. Okay. And then we've talked about this two kinds of dowels, the plastic one and wooden dowel, and the wooden dowel is 2 mm smaller than the plastic dowel. So the wooden dowel also passes through the plastic, and the plastic is not a straw, it is a sturdy plastic dowel that's meant for cake decorating. Okay, so I'm just going to get down and sit to get to the eye level of the cake, and then I just need to insert. Now I will insert in such a way that the dot is in the center of the dowel. Okay, so just pass through straight. Make sure you're not slanting it, just passing it through straight down and go all the way down, and then you just need to hit this board. Okay, and now at the eye level, make a pencil marking. Just keep twisting to remove if that gets difficult. Okay, and obviously there'll be cake inside, and that is what we need, and that adds stability. So don't pick this cake maybe thinking it shouldn't be there. Okay, and that's the dowel cutter. And then you know that, but I'm repeating while keeping this dowel cutter here. Don't try to tilt it, just make sure it is exactly at right angles and hold on both sides and then cut it out. So we have the first dowel cut, and then I'm just going to keep both straight down and then use a pencil and get to the eye level. So I have the second dowel cut as well. I'm just going to check the height. Okay, and now I know I need 5 dowels. I'm just going to cut the plastic dowels, and then I'm also going to mark the wooden dowel as well to the exact height. So I just need to get to the eye level, do that. And then cut the wooden dowel, 5 of them, and then I'll get back when I have 5 dowels of each plastic and then the wood. So I have the dowels cut here. I'm just going to check the size. I'm just using the scale from both the sides. Okay, so you level here and then check for the height. You could just take a picture from the top and then see it through the photo taken, because your naked eye could be deceiving most of the times. So a picture taken and then you watch it through the picture, and then you will know if they are straight and if there is any dowel which is a little taller than the others. If they are taller, then you could use sandpaper and then scrape it, and if they are shorter than what it should be, then obviously you need to cut a new one, because we cannot lengthen a short dowel, right? So now the dowels are ready. I'm just going to get the cake here and into the hole that's already been cut. I'll put the same dowel that was already inserted into the same place, and just make sure you are inserting it straight through and not slanted. So first insert all the plastic ones. So I'm pushing this straight through. Now if you're finding it difficult to use your finger to push it all the way inside, use another dowel and then put the pressure so it just goes in properly. All the way in, and then the last plastic dowel. I'm just going to use the extras to just put it down in, and then into these plastic the wooden dowels will go. Because there will be cake in the middle of the plastic, it could be difficult to push the wooden dowels, but we just use the help of the extra additional wooden dowel and then push it through. So I'm just going to put this dowel in case you find the 6 mm difficult to go inside the 8 mm plastic dowel, then I just have another idea. You could just do get a pencil sharpener, that should be fine. Just put this wooden dowel inside and then just sharpen it like how you would do a pencil. And then push this through. And again, maybe you will just need the help of a simple hammer. So then the third dowel. So the dowels are all inserted into this tier, and now we know the center dowel marking is also there. So the next thing that we need to do is measure the height of the cake, because we just need to add the center dowel, right? So it's a 12.5 centimeters height is the height of the bottom tier, and then the height of the top tier is a 13.5, right? So we add both of them together. So we have 26, and that should be the measurement that we need to first take for the center dowel. So 26. So now, because we have 26 as the height in total for both the tiers, we just need to have like about an inch lesser than that. Say suppose then an inch is almost 2 centimeters or 2.5 centimeters, right? So I'll just go for a 23.5. So again, I'll just take a wooden dowel and then mark my 23.5, which is 2.5 centimeter lesser than the total height of all the tiers. Okay. So I'm just going to cut through that pencil marking. I'm just going to sharpen that side so it just passes through easily. And this sharpening, I just need it for the top tier to go. So the flat side is the one that's going to go into the cake, and that you need to be careful. Okay. So I'm just going to stand up. Okay, so I just want to see exactly where I am just passing through. So this pointy end will be facing up, and then the flat end will go down straight in, no slanting. Pass it all the way through the bottom of the cake. Now you just need to lift this cake. So there's board underneath, right? So gently lift, and there'll be a hole in the middle. You just need to kind of use a finger and then just feel that hole. Okay, so you just keep a finger there so you know where exactly you're just going to pass through, and then just remove that finger, and then he's going to push it through. Okay, so we can just fix the cream. So the stacking is done. I just get some hot water on the spatula, and then we just clean it up. So just have a bowl of hot water. I'm just going to smear the top, smoothen it. So just finished smoothing out the places where it got damaged during the stacking, and so we have a 2-tier buttercream naked cake stacked for us. And then I'll catch you up in the next lesson where I want to decorate this cake using fresh flowers. Fresh flowers come in really very handy for beginners, especially until the time we have to learn the sugar flowers and wafer paper flowers and stuffs like that to use them on the cake. We'll just start with decorating the cake using fresh flowers. They are just quick fixes, but obviously you just need to do some preparations to use the fresh flowers on cake. I'll catch you up in that lesson, and then we proceed to decorate this cake with the prepared fresh flowers. Catch you on that lesson.